Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life. It is so good to be back with you guys. I'm happy to be here. Today, we are going to be mowing the last of the hay at the hay farm. I think we only have about 12 acres of first cutting hay today, or hay left, but we're going to be mowing down 6 today, which happens to be the last of our hay farm. The other 6 acres is 6 acres that is part of the main farm, or my uncle's farm, and they would like to take care of that at a different point in time. So we pretty much got everything that we need. We're going to go hook up to the disc bine now and then make our way on over, barring any unforeseen circumstances or anything that can happen. As you know, things happen. With them having the 130's tire fixed, that means that we're back up to having 3 tractors on the main farm, and of course my tractor. So I'm going to be using this tractor to mow hay, and then use my tractor to condition the hay, because today the plan is to mow and ted the remainder, and we might even be hooking up to the rotary chopper and cleaning up the property. Depends on how much time we have left for the day. So let's get that disc bine hooked up and head on over to the farm. One thing I do like about this unit is that when you're moving it, not far of course, but when you're just moving it, there's really not much required to hook it up and move it. That's it. Other units, you have to hook up the hydraulics, even the PTO, so that there's nothing that holds it other than just the tractor. But with this thing, not so much. Down here, and last but certainly not least, got our safety chain. Well, let's ride. So we have arrived at the hay farm. We have one field that is in the middle of the woods, pretty unique area. That's what we're going to be starting off with, because that's going to take a little bit longer to dry down. And then we have one field that is on the side of a hill, and one field that is usually waterlogged. I would be shocked if we actually are able to mow it for hay, but you never know. It's been dry. So. I just need to change out one blade quick. This disc bine is one of the newer ones, so it comes equipped with quick change blades. Here's a brand new blade. There's the direction we go. This is the tool attached to the side of the disc bine. Here's the old blade. That took me maybe 30 seconds. I love it. I also know when I get back I should clean out all the old blades. They're not in here anymore. That was the only one that looked like it needed changing, so. And in case you're wondering, yes, I brought 2 batteries this time. That's why we have the tools. That's what knocked us out of time. Yeah, because if I put this one straight, all of the others are straight except for this one. So this one's out of time. I actually don't even think I need these. I brought them just in case, but I think this is gonna be a quick fix, especially now that we know what we're doing, right? You know, it would be super cool to put the GoPro in here, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it'll survive. I think it'll end up going through the disc bine, and I don't have a replacement, so we don't want that to happen. Oh, this is so much easier. Good, good, good. About right there, right? I think so. When I was younger, I always used to tighten the bolts down as hard as I possibly could every time. And a good teaching method was every time I would do that, father, my uncle, my cousins, they would always have me be the one that takes them back off again, and I had learned, you know, not every bolt needs to be tightened as hard as you possibly can. So on this disc bine, that one nut does need to be tightened as hard as you possibly can. But these outer nuts, I'm probably bothering you guys so much with me saying nuts and not bolts. These outer bolts don't need to be tightened as hard as you possibly can. They only just need to be tight enough that the plate won't come off while you're mowing hay. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought what would go out of time was the one that the camera's actually on. But it would make sense it was on this side. That was where that log was. Just make sure none of them are cross-threaded. Okay, give it a whirl. That's good. Well, that's gonna be a problem. The bracket that the camera is mounted to just popped off the bottom of the camera. Well, that's a bummer. That doesn't look like I can give you guys cool mounting locations for the rest of this video. I apologize if there's any fingers in any shots moving forward, because I'm literally just holding the camera now. On the bright side, the hay is actually looking really good in here. Sharp turn over there. We'll mow that going the opposite way. Kind of just going slow, because you never know if a tree fell or something over the winter that you don't know about. But this is, I have some footage archived. I don't know if we'll be able to kind of put it in, but what this looked like last year compared to this year is crazy. I see a stick standing up over, oop, just ran over something, and I see it, there it is right there. Okay, so we're just gonna downshift, kind of go nice and easy. And we're gonna pick up over the stick, good, back down. That's just a little clear spot. Yeah, clear spot. That's crazy. Just two sticks standing up in the middle of the woods. What? Look at how thick that is. Wow. And this is only the first year of us working on this. I can only imagine it's just gonna get better every year. All right, I'm gonna go take care of that. See you guys at Flash. First field done, and we only had 3 breakdowns. Twice disc bine went out of time, and once the camera, actually, interestingly enough. But I have the replacement parts ordered. They will be here tomorrow, so this hopefully will only be a problem for a video and a half, because they probably won't be here tomorrow morning, and we will be filming tomorrow morning. I just have this little path to go on out and clean up, and then we're going right on the other side of this tree line. Yeah, that's what okay, that makes sense. We're just very slightly out of alignment, but which one is it? Let's check the back, because that is all in time. Nothing looks caught in it. Everything looks good. There we go. You found the problem. This bolt right here, blade is down, and that guy is below it. So we gotta disassemble this. All right, guys, does this look familiar? So this is our biggest field. We've got a straight shot down to that dead tree right there. This whole hay field to our left is not ours. We have all of this to our right. Down there is the wet field. We're gonna venture in there and see what we find. If, first off, the hay crop is good. Secondly, the ground is dry, and we'll take it. But if it's all swamp grass, not interested in that for the horses. We will rotary chop that just to keep it clean for the landlord. And this top of this field is mostly fescue, reed canary. I do see a tiny bit of timothy in here, splashed around, but nothing too much. So I think we'll get a good amount of hay. My guess right now is 40 bales, 40 round bales. We will see by the time I am done. My next guess will be if it stays the same or whatnot. Whatever the case is, we need to get mowing, because it won't be drying down while it's standing, that's for sure. Oh, see the buck? This is prime hiding grounds for deer in here. Wow, this came up beautifully. Oh my goodness. Look at how high that is. That is up on like the hood of the tractor. Yeah, this is the crossover point. Keeping a close eye on those tires. Second, I see mud. I don't see anything. Oh my goodness. I think this is dry. That's kind of bananas. Yeah, this is dry down here. No. What? Yeah. Okay. I am driving literally through the wettest spot of the field right now, and it's dry. This is bananas. I have to go slow because I mowed this when it was wet last year, so that means there's tracks all through it, so it's a bit like you're here. See, look at this. You can tell this is where it's normally wet. Nothing. It's actually got cracks in the ground from the fact that it's dry. Well, my guesstimate just went up for how much hay we're gonna get, that's for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna do the hill first, and then we'll come down here and polish this off after the hill. Look at this. A lot of Timothy down here, sprinkled in amongst the rest. I'm gonna focus on, because the outer row, it's a bit tense here and there, you know? What's that? It's hopping over there. It's birds. I thought it was a deer. I honestly did. I am genuinely impressed at the amount of hay that we are going to be getting from this farm this year. I realistically think there is a chance that we will get 180 to maybe even 200 round bales off of this one hay farm from first cutting alone. Absolutely crazy in an amazing way. I'm so happy. This is good. This is very good. The ground is a bit on the softer side down here, but there's no sitting water and it's dry. So we are going to take full advantage of that. We'll mow what we can down here. If you combine this hill and this lower field, this is about the same size as that big field on the other side of the tree line. So, yeah. This bine's doing good. We increased the speed to about 4.6. As you can see, I'm bouncing around pretty good in here. When I'm on the drier ground, I can kick it into the bunny gear, kick it up to 6 miles an hour. But like I said, we're not breaking anything today. Everything's going nice and smooth. We're gonna keep it that way. So, you guys see the birds going around the disc vine, getting all the insects? I love it. I love it. It's so cool watching them do their thing. And they're over here in front of the tractor too. It's a feast. Really impressive how it just floats over top of all that bumpy ground, ain't it? And gets a beautiful cut. Just amazing. And the hay is looking really good too, really good. Well, would you look at that? The neighbor's mowing hay too. Must be doing something right. That's awesome. And a cool fact for you guys, the disc vine that our neighbor is using is our old disc vine. When we bought this one, we sold the old one and they bought it because they had a different kind that wasn't able to mow as efficiently as these newer ones are, and they were very happy to get their hands on it. What I understand, they're very happy with it. We're very happy with this one, so I think they're going pretty good. Also, I just wanted to show we're mowing at 5.7. I do have to slow it down here and there, but oh yeah, we're cooking now. Big bump there. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get a nice shot of our neighbor. There's Tyler. Beautiful. Good stuff. There we go. That is now 2 fields done, which, you know, technically we have the hill over here, but Tyler is now gone. He mowed there, he mowed out going that way, and he mowed this stretch right here. We have this hill going straight over that we got to take care of, and then we're heading down there and mowing that. Things are moving pretty smooth. That wooded field, we had quite a lot of moments where the timing went bad, but that's just because it was in the middle of the woods. You know, you have trees and branches, and it was quite a windy year this past winter, so a lot of trees got knocked over. Oh my goodness, this hill is just gorgeous. How nice and thick this hay is. Look at that. Could you imagine if we were mowing all that too? Oh my goodness. Just the thought is crazy. Just beautiful. I love a good mowing day. Today's a good mowing day. We actually have today through Friday of dry weather, so that's nice. Now we need to have everything done by Thursday, but the goal is to have everything done on Wednesday. So today is going to be mowing and tedding. Tomorrow is going to be tedding and raking, possibly baling. If not tomorrow, then Wednesday will be baling. So that's the plan. Look at this, all nice and cleaned off. Looks good down here. Okay, we've got the hill taken care of. Now we're gonna head on over to the wet field. I'm gonna do an outer perimeter. We're gonna downshift because Well, it's the outer perimeter, and I don't want to get stuck. If I get stuck going in here, then we're basically not gonna mow it. I'm only going in here because I just drove through some of the wettest spots in the field and they were dry. But you never know until you head in. We are in 4-wheel drive. We're going nice and slow. We're gonna drop the bine. Keep a look on those tires. Yeah, right there's water's usually sitting and there's nothing. That's incredible. Now the tires are wet. Oh, look at this. Yeah, right here is where all that water sits and it's dry. Just incredible. And this will dry down a lot more once all the hay's mowed off of it. Ooh, this is tall stuff. Wow. Oop. What's that? Looks like some debris from a flood. So we're just gonna kind of pick that up there, ride over top of it. Felt like a tree. Let me just back up. It might be a stick caught in there. Looks good. Nope, she's out of time. It's okay. Kind of what I figured going around the outer edge of this field. This field is crazy. I mean, look at the floodwaters literally were in here. The river was so high, it was all the way out here. So, sticks and all kinds of different stuff. Let's see what we got. Ugh. Okay. All right, guys, we have the mower fixed and it's up and running. And we have an entire field of mowed hay. Look at this hill. Wow, that's crazy. We're gonna make our way all the way over to the other side. We just have the outer perimeter. There's 1 row to do, and then we are done mowing hay. That is it for our hay farm. That's all of it. Taken care of. Man, that is absolutely bananas. Just bananas. We are very happy with it though. I mean, a lot came out here. There is a wet spot over there. There was no sitting water, but there was some mud. So what we're gonna do is we will run the tedder through it to spread it out over the ground and let that just decompose into the ground. I'm not gonna take that because that'll just make a pretty nasty round bale if I rake that up. So that's the plus side to mowing, tedding, and raking the hay. Just look at all this. Wow. I mean, I would have had to mow that with a rotary chopper anyway, so I'm so happy with how this all came out. Time is 12:12. I am missing lunch, but that's okay. Just incredible. Woo, there's gonna be a lot of hay here. And the sun's coming out. The temperature is warming up each and every day. So good drying weather. We'll get this on back and then we will hook up to the tedder and get tedding hay. Just a repeat from Sunday's video. Speaking of, I want to apologize for the late upload on that video. That was the one that ended up uploading Monday morning by around 6 a.m. Everything was okay, but we had just a few technical difficulties that were taking place. It's all fixed now and good to go, but it ended up delaying the video getting released. So we are back in action. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video, because the experience I accrued from that video, we are definitely using today. That is for sure. Okay, that is everything. I don't know exactly how much I mowed, but I'm thinking this is probably between 6 and 8 acres of hay. 6 to 8 acres of hay, not 68 acres of hay. That would be absolutely crazy. Woo! We had, all in all, I would say about an hour of downtime. The timing went out 4 times. All because of tree branches. And then one time there's a bolt that was in there that I think was accidentally cross-threaded, and the bearing underneath it, because it was cross-threaded, popped loose, so the blade got jammed on the bottom and it knocked the timing out one of those times. So I had to take the old bolt out and the bearing out and that blade out, and then now it's good. So we just need to replace that with a new bolt and a new bearing. And it's not a bearing, it's a specific nut that is designed with the quick blade system. So probably proprietary, no idea, but it's an easy fix, no biggie on that one. And that was just something that had happened before I was using it. So it's all fixed and good to go now. We're done. This disc bine would be happy to go mow another 10, 15, 20 acres of hay. But I'm ready to get started tedding, that's for sure. Man, oh man, just look at that view. That is crazy. That is pretty is what that is. Wow. Then I could turn 4-wheel drive off too. Don't need that anymore. There you can see the marshmallows up there. This is the neighbor's hay. That looks good. That's good quality stuff. Also horse hay. They have horses as well. Okay. We have the disc bine put away. We have the 120 fueled up and ready. So if they need to get in it and get working, it's ready for them. Now we're over here at my tractor. which had the loader off. I was rotary chopping the horse pasture. Things were going pretty well with that. We're gonna leave the loader off for today, but we do need to disconnect the rotary chopper. I'm really sorry, guys. I kind of want to be setting up cool angles, which I still kind of can, but just not as cool. Don't worry, it's coming. The new part's coming, but just bear with me. Just needed a good kick. Tell you what, guys, the next rotary chopper I'm getting, whenever that is, you know, 20 years from now, it's gonna have a hitch. Put a little bit of leverage on it. There we go. Pull the PTO off. There we go. Let's hook up a tedder, huh? My word. This is the first time this has ever looked this way. Now this hay was only mowed right here probably about 3 hours ago. Do you hear that sound? That's dry. Now underneath, damp, but at best I'd say this is mildly damp. Mildly damp. And look at this. Oh, that's perfect. Oh man. Here's some Timothy right here. Look at that. Nice. Nice. I can't believe it. We might be able to bail this tomorrow. This is gonna take me a bit. Look at that. Oh, look, there's a deer down there. There's been deer here all morning. I've just been able to watch them. I can't tell what that is. That looks like a doe. There was a buck hanging out here earlier this morning. He was in this field, and then as I was mowing this, he went into that field, and as I was mowing that, he went into the woods. So, right on the other side of this tree line here, I think you can see there's a cemetery up there. There's a whole community of individuals. On the other side of that is the borough of Cunningham. C-O-N-Y-N-G-H-A-M. If you've never heard of it before, that's how you spell it. And that area filled to the brim with houses, which means none of the deer are hunted over there. And a lot of those individuals have lots of big property, so no hunters go back there and hunt anything. And over this way is a private community, and over that way is a private community. Gated, huge developments where the deer can roam free and they don't get hunted at all anyway. So what I'm getting at is there is a lot of deer potential here, which is why this is hay and not planted in anything else, because it would be absolutely devastated if it was planted in anything else. But as a hay farmer, no problems for me. It gives me stuff to look at while I'm here. I can't believe how fast this is drying down though. Wow. Shall we get started? I suppose we shall. And depending on what time I finish up, might call the neighbor and ask him if he wants me to ted his hay or not. If it's late, then I'm gonna get home to my wife. If it's not late and I got time, I'll lend him a helping hand should he want one. Drying down quick. Oh, all right, so this is dry. I would say in about an hour that could be baled, and that was mowed today. I think that is truly incredible. Here we got a big clump. Yeah, see, this has got some wet material in it here. By no means am I baling this today, but it just goes to show the power of those rubber mesh rolls. They're incredible. But there we go. That's that. All the hay is tedded and the sun is out. It's drying nice and good. We're gonna leave this hooked up and check on it tomorrow morning. Probably do the same thing we did last time, just ted the wet spots. All right, let's head on back to the farm. So we have made it back. We are just about to conclude our video, but before we do, we've got our question of the day. The latest video is first time mowing hay, what could go wrong? It was actually uploaded this morning around 6 a.m. I mentioned earlier in the video about that. So let's take a look at our questions and let's see what we've got here. Oh, here we go. Here's one from a longtime member, Gloria Davidson, 8599. Her question is, which equipment do you like using best, and which piece of engineering do you find the most complicated? Ooh, which equipment do I like and which do I find the most complicated? That is a tough question. As you guys know, we run mostly New Holland equipment, and the reason why we run New Holland equipment is that we find their equipment to be well built for the price that they offer, but most importantly is the dealerships. The dealerships and the service that you get from the dealerships, I think, are what makes you stay with a company and what move on. And in regards to the New Holland hay equipment, always had great experiences with New Holland hay equipment. I think my favorite to run right now is the disc bine. I think it's really a cool piece of engineering, and it's just a work of art when that thing is working and cutting through 6 foot tall hay. Which do I think is the most complicated? I think it's, you know, honestly going back and forth between the round baler and the disc bine, but I'm gonna have to say the disc bine, because everything has to work in seamless timing. If there's one thing out of time, it just completely knocks everything off of track. And all of that has to be done via a PTO shaft, hydraulics, through a belt drive system. And then they've even engineered it to make it easier for you to change the blades out. Just honestly an impressive work of engineering. I hear a horse. I just wanna, here, there's Kirsten and Sway. Do you want for a trail ride?
No, I'm trying to figure out what lane we're laying on still.
Oh, I see. But that's an amazing question. Thank you so much. Always appreciate your comments, by the way. It's something that makes me smile every single video. We've got a question from Doug West 4150 that says, why don't we see Gavin much now? Does he have another job? No, Gavin has been doing the exact same schedule. It's just lately the videos have been filmed at different dates. I don't know if you guys pay attention too much to the dates they're filmed, but normally what we've been doing is filming every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Saturday. But now that we're in the summer and I'm working random days throughout the week, I'm basically just filming when I'm working. Like today, I'm filming on a Monday, and Gavin's not here working on a Monday, so that's why he's not in the video. He will be here tomorrow. He will be here for tomorrow's video. So it's nothing to do with anything like that. He's doing good, we're doing good. It's just different days, different times. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you haven't, please don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed. And if you really enjoy this content and you would like to support the channel, there is always the option to join if you'd like. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.